This video is for educational purpose only. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is the use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed, nonprofit or educational. In other words, everything that we say is alleged. No ifs, ands, or buts, or suppose. Everything is alleged. It's the Paperwork Show, y'all, with Gene Deal. Yep.
Yeah, I'm about to start the show.
Start the show then, Gene. People been waiting on you all day.
I'm just gonna wait till everybody come in.
Why you gotta wait, man? Just start the show. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, come one, come all. Yeah. They in here. Yo, Gene. I see y'all coming in. You got Dr. DeCosta. You got Pretty Gangster. A Deacon's daughter. Oh, they in here now. Lucky Lefty, Bigum. All your moderators. Christy O. Todd. Oh, they flooding in. The Train Master. I see him now.
Yeah, come and be a member, y'all. On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
Yeah.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
I'm a member.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
I'm a member.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
Yeah.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
I'm a member.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show. Gene be talking that real shit. Yo, we gotta go and see that.
Yeah, this Jay Prince down, huh? What's going on? What's up with it, Jay Prince? Alright, this paperwork party, man. I seen you was on my Instagram today. Paperwork party, all on you. Paperwork party, all on you.
The Gene Deal Show, paperwork with producer. We sliding in like Medusa. It's getting looser and looser. Got some exclusive for looser. They on my Instagram daily. They mad cause paperwork and Gene undercut. They gon' hear it. So get your membership, subscribe and hit the like button. Best content on YouTube. We ain't doing this shit for nothing. Come on. The Cash App, PayPal, or hit the super chats. Relax and tune in. We about to give you the
Yeah, come and be a member, y'all. On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
Yeah.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
I'm a member.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
I'm a member.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
Yeah.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
I'm a member.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show. Paperwork or producer. Paperwork or producer. Paperwork or producer. We sliding in like Medusa. Paperwork or producer. Paperwork or producer. Paperwork or producer. That's on that Gene Deal Show. Paperwork or producer. My boy Gene Deal, man. Paperwork or producer. We sliding in like Medusa. Paperwork or producer. Paperwork or producer. Paperwork or producer. That's on that Gene Deal Show. Lego. Yeah, yeah.
Gang, gang, gang. What's up with it, Gene? That boy Gene grooving, y'all. Gene is grooving. Shout out to the paper
Coming to
clips
your
and shout out to the fighting guards.
on the Gene Deal Show. On the Gene Deal Show. Paperwork to producer. Paperwork to producer. Paperwork to producer. Sliding in like a booster. Paperwork to yo, yo, yo.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
oh, oh, oh. Come and be a member, y'all. Hey,
I'm a
hey,
member.
hey, 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 hey. We started already?
Yeah, we in.
All right, man. Let's just get my groove on, dog. You know what I'm saying? What up with your boy?
Shout out to Gene, man. I'm good. I'm in good spirits, man. Just like you. Shout out to my boy Gene in good spirits today. How is you doing today, Mike?
Yeah, man. Listen here, man. Every day God wake you up, man. It's a above ground. It's a beautiful day, man. You just got to make
Facts.
it the best you can, bro. Do the best you can. And if you can't do the best you can, accept what you can do and keep it moving.
That's facts. That's facts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of things been going on in the YouTube streets. But you know, we've been staying to the straight to the topics. All right, but it's some things that need to be uncovered. What's going on with Vlad TV? Now, it's some very disturbing things that we came up with. All right, but before we get started, I'm gonna give the flow to Gene. Gene, let us know what you think about when we uncovered when it comes to your boy Vlad.
Well, before I get into that, man, there's a couple other things I want to do. I want to do a shout out to my school. My school, the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. The
Facts.
University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. Last night, we won the NIT championship. For all the
Con-
65 schools that make it to the NCAA, the other schools who have great teams, they may not make it. They have a chance if they had a winning record to go to the NIT. That's the National Invitational Tournament. I went all the way to the third round one year, and I played against Louisville. And that was what was his name? Billy Thompson, Joe Hall, Milt Wagner. I played at Barry Sumter, all of those NBA players and everything like that. But I'm saying that to say we won the championship like last night. So salute to those kids that brought that shit home, man. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that. I tried to back in 85. They did it in 2025. That's like 40 years ago, man.
Are you gonna try to contact some of them to let them know that you are the reason that they had a chance?
No, I ain't the reason they had a chance, man. You know what I'm saying? But I set a good precedence down there. I led in field goal percentage for
You
a lot of
when,
years.
when you led the foundation, I mean, you made sure that they had a chance to operate in 2025. You led the foundation.
I can't take the credit for that, man. All I can say is that, man, I appreciate it. After what? That's 40 years. They brought home a
Mm.
national championship, man,
Well, you know
and that
what?
in the
Maybe,
D1 category.
you know what? Hold on. 40 years, maybe you didn't lay the foundation. You may be right, Gene. That 40 years is a long time. That's
Yeah,
like
boy.
4 different generations. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You did not lay
Yeah,
that
man.
foundation. Shout
Yes,
out to
sir.
Gene, though, man. 40 years. Those people probably 16, 17, 18. Look, 3 different generations came. And
Yeah.
here go the first generation right here on the screen. My boy Gene, y'all.
Yeah. We brought it home last night, and I wish I was there, man. It was in Indiana, but I appreciate those kids. You know, I'm proud of them. We got a national championship. It ain't the NCAA yet,
You not
but
gonna reach out to him, Gene?
oh, no doubt, I'm going down to homecoming. Now
You
this
can
year
bring him on your
homecoming, I'm
show.
going. Huh?
You can bring him on your show. We'll give him a stream yard. We'll show some of your old pictures when you used to, you know what I'm talking about, and then we'll
Yeah.
show what they did.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. We could put something like that together, man. You know, I want to thank them for that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very proud of them, man, that they bring home a national. You know, everybody don't get an NIT championship, just like everybody don't get an NCAA championship. You know what I mean? It's something that you got
Facts.
to work hard for and get it. And I appreciate that.
You ain't reading the screen. Somebody say people confuse you with the dude that set Tupac up.
No, that's somebody. What's their name? Crazy Luch one? Yeah.
I don't know who was that.
I don't know. Somebody got to be trolling, bro.
They trolling already.
Already. But anyway, man.
Congratulations on that. Congratulations.
Yes. I should have wanted to get my championship ring. You know what I'm saying? My official championship ring, I won 2 Southern Conference championships. I let Mike Cock from the same gang. He came to my house. He like, yo, man, I just want to show off. I want to show off. Yo, I let him wear my championship ring and my Florida Citrus Bowl watch. Right?
Facts.
Yo, don't you know he got robbed that night?
Well, hold on. He got robbed for your ring?
He got robbed for everything, man.
Do you got proof that he got robbed, or did he
That's
pull one over on you?
like my little nephew, bro. And you know what he did was one of them girls got him because back in the day they had Mike was out in the street, they was hustling.
Yeah.
One of them girls put one of them Mickeys in there, and next thing you know, cab driver dropped him off at my house.
God dang. And he don't know who the girl was, right?
Nah, he don't even know, bro.
That's sad.
He don't even know.
Sad.
Hey, yo, let me do a shout out to my baby girl. It's her birthday today, man. Shout out to Janine Deal. You know what I'm saying? It's her birthday. Shout out to my baby today. It's her birthday. So it's a beautiful day.
Shout out to Janine Deal. It's a very beautiful day. If you're in the building, get the lights up, guys. Shirt is live. Now remember, we're gonna be going live on Angie at 7:30 tonight. I remember that. And remember to share this particular live, because this particular live is gonna be a little knowledgeable. We're gonna let y'all know how the spies are sneaking into America from Russia. All right, they've been doing this shit for a while.
So let me just say this. Let me set up the atmosphere, everybody, for the chat, so y'all would know. You understand? I came here to YouTube wholeheartedly to tell my story. You understand? And the story that I want to tell the situation and the times we spent with Diddy and what he did to the people around us. And I came to this conclusion a long time ago when he failed to have a meeting after he disrespected Wolf's mother. You understand? And I know he had already disrespect a lot of people. He disrespects Wolf's death. He disrespects D. Fergs. He disrespects Little Wolf. He disrespects a lot of people, Riz. He disrespects a lot of people and caused them not to be here. So having a meeting with him so he can make things right, at least with the people who was around. That's Wolf's mother, Miss Wallace, and some other people. He refused to. Told people, I was just trying to get at him. You know what I'm saying? No, I wasn't trying to get at him. I was trying to let him understand, bro, the same ladder you go up, you understand? It's the same ladder you're going to come crashing down. You understand? So we never had that conversation, but I tried numerous of times. So I came in, I was giving stories away, bro. The stories that I was telling to MREC, the story that I was telling to Wisdom Clear, the video that I did that cost me $20,000. Tim Dog charged me $5,000 to edit it. You understand? I'm talking about the footage, the written halls, the paying people, the food, all that. I was out to close to $20,000, man.
Facts.
And then find out I couldn't put it out because I didn't have what you call certain clearances that I needed.
Yeah.
You understand? It's certain clearances that I needed. But I found out the hard way. You understand? So I came to YouTube and told my story. In the interest of telling my story, MREC got close to 2 million and some views in less than a year, or less than 6 months. He got 2 million some views. Then I was asked by a lot of different people, but I wouldn't do no interview unless Chaz and K Slay, God bless the dead on both of them, would tell me, you know what I'm saying, yo, go ahead, Gene, because I wasn't here for that. So now, Vlad, for 3 to 4 years, probably 4 years, asked me to be on his channel. And I refused to because Chaz told me, unless you have a product, don't go on his channel. So when my book was written, y'all familiar with my book, and I got the new batch too. So my man out there in Florida, I'll be sending you your book. Anybody want Gene Deal, My World of Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star, and Gene Deal, Life After Death with Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star? I got the new batch, so y'all can put in your order for your signed copies, right? So now, I refused until my book got ready to come out.
Yeah.
Boom. I got all the texts with his people and him are texting me. I still got the receipts from when he paid me. You understand? He was talking about he didn't pay people in the whole 9 yards, all this other bullshit. Yo, anybody who go on that motherfucker and they ain't getting, if they ain't getting at least 5,000 for the first hour or something like that or better, and they just a regular dude like I was at the time, they out their motherfucking mind. So now, and I told him if he went over the hour, every minute over the hour, I was taxing him. So he stopped the interview at 58 minutes. Oh, look at Dr. DaCosta. She's Dr. DaCosta in the chat. All right. So now check this out. All right. Shout it out. So now, bruh, I go on this interview. I gave him an interview. He tried to like twist it up like, oh, Poochie was a nah, we're not doing that here. I was checking him on his own platform. You go watch the shit, you will see. I was not going for that because I know I was there. You understand? You're not listening to Lil C's who was drunk, 17 years old, half out his mind, the whole 9 yards. We're not listening to that. We're not listening to that bullshit right there. We're not doing that. So he gonna try to, you know, because he was being paid by people to try to twist my story up, like try to make it like, oh, he not telling the truth, or he not doing this, he not doing that. So that's what Vlad was there for. You understand? But it backfired in his face and it blew me up. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
It blew me up. Now everybody wants to do an interview, you know, from all over. I got people from London, Australia, New Zealand, places we ain't really never heard of, but we heard of them. Wanting to do interviews. So thank you for that, Mr. Vlad, because you know he had one of the biggest platforms that was out like that.
I think his platform has a lot to do. His platform got a lot to do with the ties that his mom has. We're gonna talk to her in a minute.
Well, yes.
Because Vlad used to work at CVS. One thing that you're gonna learn about Vlad, I got a lot of paperwork on Vlad too. The paperwork party pulled a lot of paperwork on Vlad today. Shout out to the paperwork. And you know, Vlad was a pharmacist at CVS. All right, so when you go pick up your medicine and shit, Vlad will be back there being a pharmacist. But that's the cover. All right, we're gonna get to that in a minute. That's definitely the cover. Go ahead, Jane. Go ahead.
So now, you know, I told K Slay. K Slay said, yeah, I used to work with Vlad. He also used to work at Hot 97.
Facts.
You understand? He wasn't getting no airplay. You understand? But he was back there doing a little engineering, I guess, like that, helping the real DJs come on. So K say, yo, I know him. He all right. Go, yo. Okay, he tried to give me $4,000-5,000 for an hour interview. He said, yo, we'll give him a $4,000-5,000 interview. You understand? That's what he said. I said, all right, then I'll give him an interview. So I end up giving him the interview. Now, all of a sudden, in his last year or so, when they got down on Vlad, we're still coming at Vlad, because like, it's your fault, Vlad, that the Gene Deal, Gene Deal, everybody heard his story because of your interview. Because at that time, I'd done some big interviews, but for YouTube, that was the biggest until I got with the Art of Dialogue. When I got with the Art of Dialogue, it just spearheaded me all the way to the top. So now, Vlad was going around for the last couple of years saying this, and I let it go. Oh, well, Gene Deal interview didn't pan out. His interview was bullshit. And out of all the people that I've talked to over the years, his interview is the one that nothing lines up.
Nothing lines
Now,
up, huh?
right. I gave him the same interview I gave the FBI. I gave him the same interview I gave the LAPD. I gave the same interview I've given everybody who's been there, who wanted to interview Gene Deal, and he's the first one that ever said nothing I said lined up.
Wow.
He even tried to get Charlie Baltimore on his channel and say some shit didn't happen that I said happened.
Well,
And
it's
Charlie
like this.
Baltimore
Whenever
checked his ass.
Whenever you're working for a federal agency and they put you in the position you in because of your mom and her ties to the government, you have information other people don't have. So if you think that Gene's story is not lining up, that's because the inside information that you have may not match what people are saying on the streets. You know more than what you are telling us because, Vlad, you are a Fed. Go ahead, Gene.
All right. So now, he don't know shit that lined up because the federal government, Phil Carson, who interviewed me at my job, who came to the Division of Parole and interviewed me, he said that everything I said lined up. When I said that the dude who killed Big walked up to Puff car first, he asked me, did you show him your gun? I said yes. Because he already knew it. When I showed the guy my gun,
Keep going, Gene, but I'm seeing a lot of people put in the crowd, counsel Vlad. So we on two paperwork party channels. This live wasn't expected. We on Gene Deal channel as well. Go ahead and flood the crowd with counsel Vlad. All right, go ahead, Gene.
So now, the people who paid him and was pushing him, Greg Kading, this other guy that's real close to him, Mike something. He was the one who helped do Murder Rap. They was pushing this whole shit. Greg Kading, Reggie, and Mike, I think Mike's Logan or something. Y'all probably know he did Murder Rap. Greg Kading, Reggie Magler, and Reggie was a producer on that shit too. So now, they mad at Vlad. So Vlad got to come out and try to use his platform and go against Gene Deal. He has to use his platform to go against me now. He still ain't took down the Gene Deal show on his platform. Because if it was that bad, if it wasn't making money, he wouldn't have it up there.
Facts.
It's one of the most viewed interviews he got on his platform.
Facts.
So now, I listen to this cat with his bullshit, listening to him, and yo, hold up, dog. Let me just tell you something. Now, Vlad asked me before I even did his interview, would I bodyguard him?
Oh, wow. Seriously, Vlad?
I swear for living Jesus on my children. He asked me, would I bodyguard him?
You know why, right?
I told him, man, I don't do that shit no more, and I wouldn't do you no way. You not family.
You know why he wanted you to bodyguard him? Because Rick Ross put something on him.
I got those pictures. I got
Which
those
one?
pictures.
You talking when Rick Ross put something on him?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Hold on, let me see. I think I got one. I don't know if I can pull it up though. And that's crazy because you know he got what $300,000 from Rick Ross. Rick Ross gave Vlad a black eye, y'all. Not really a black eye, but bloody, just beat the shit out of him. Vlad sued Rick Ross in court and got $300,000 from Rick Ross. All right, now we ain't no Rick Ross fans on this show because you know he stole my cousin's name. But when we talking about and you know what? I looked at the paperwork, Gene, and in the paperwork where Vlad sued Rick Ross, guess what he said? He said he's a wannabe rapper who stole somebody else's culture and he's a correctional officer. He put that in the paperwork. He was talking shit about Rick Ross to the court. It was funny, bro. I was like, what the fuck? But now
He said he's a wannabe. He said he's a wannabe what?
This is in the paperwork. He said he put Rick Ross' real name, like William or whatever the fuck. He said he's a wannabe rapper out of Florida, and he said he's a correctional officer. I'm like, whoa, all this was in the paperwork when he sued Rick Ross. So he literally, see, that's what I'm saying. When you sued Rick Ross, Vlad, nobody knew he was a correctional officer. Nobody knew that shit. You was one of the first ones to know Rick Ross was a correctional officer. We found out later. You've been knowing he was a correctional officer because of your inside knowledge. All right, you a fed, nigga. You're a fed. So let me show y'all something real quick. I'm gonna let Gene tell y'all because one thing we do know is the majority of the views that Vlad got was when he interviewed Gene. All right, so if the interview was good back then, how can it not be good now? Why are you now going after Gene saying this bullshit? That's some fed shit. All these in 2025, all these feds are just waking up and doing fed shit. That's fed shit. We can go back to those interviews and see where you knew that the knowledge was genuine because you fact checked it back then. All right, you literally fact checked it. Now we go to 2025 and you trying to throw shade. So we ain't really tripping on that. Real quick, gang,
bro, that's because the Kading story is falling apart. The stories that they've been telling about Big and Kading told about Tupac and Keith, all that shit is crumbling. Those stories are crumbling right in front of all of us. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And people are knowing the truth now. They put out, and I told you to go watch it, and I've been telling fans and everybody that Tupac Uncovered on Tubi. People are seeing the truth now. You understand?
Facts.
All that shit
Facts.
Kading did, a judge told Kading he better not ever catch him testifying in court on no charges. You can't even testify in a fucking Or what? In family court.
Damn. So as you see on the screen, I'm finna explain to y'all. I'm gonna give Gene a rest real quick. Shout out to the paper clips that sent me this information. Shout out to the bodyguards that's been working on this information. I'm just gonna show y'all something real quick. Let me show y'all. Remember, I hang with a lot of foreigners. It's impossible to come to America when your country is at war. When your country is at war, every airport is shut down. Every entry and exit to the country is shut down because now we're at war. It is no country at war where the borders are opened up. That's one part of the war is closing the borders. So what happened, gang, and I'm gonna show y'all in Vlad's mom own words. All right, his mom name is Alla Lyubovny. All right, she is a Russian spy that came to America in 1978. Now, she says in her own words that when she came to America, you see what I'm saying, that Russia was at war and no one could leave the country and no one could get in the country. For some strange reason, the country of Russia let her and her family out, which right now the part that they was in was, I think it was Kiev, Ukraine. Right now it's Ukraine, but it was Russia back then. So watch
USSR.
this, gang. This right here is Alla Lyubovny. This is Vlad's mother. Now, remember, gang, everything on the show is allegedly. Everything we say is allegedly. Everything is allegedly.
But
Everything
do
is
your
allegedly.
homework. But do your
Everything is
homework.
allegedly. All
But
right,
do
we
your
about to
homework.
break it down. You said do your homework. We about to break it down. She's definitely a double agent. That's exactly. Shout out to Marcus. Marcus, she's definitely a double agent. I'm going to show you how she's a double agent. Shout out to Marcus B. I think Marcus B already did his homework. All right. Now watch this, gang. We not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to bash Vlad TV. I don't even know him. I'm just here to let everybody know that your mom is a Russian agent. All right. She came over here with the intention to defraud the government of America, and they sent her family. So whoever came with her is a part of it, even though you was just a little bitty boy. Now we know why you Vlad TV, because of Allah. That's why you Vlad TV. She's the reason that you are who you are right now. Now, for y'all that don't know, she wrote a book. She says she was born and raised in Ukraine, immigrated to America with her husband, son, and parents in 1978 as an engineer. Remember, Vlad is an engineer as well. She was able to utilize her technical skills while working for the Department of Public Works in Massachusetts and the United States Navy. Now watch this, gang. I was in the Navy. There's no way in hell you can come from another country that's at war and come over to America and be employed by the United States Navy. It's no way in hell. And she even says in her own words, look what she wrote. It's just the way the political system operates in Russia. Remember, gang, she came from Russia. She further explained that the departure from the Soviet Union, but we were fortunate. The government allowed us to leave. Many others are not allowed to go. The only reason the government allowed you to leave because you are a spy. And the people that left before you, they got caught at the same time you were released into America to spy. Why am I saying this? Because it's true, gang. It's true. Remember the Cold War that went on when all the spies was coming over from Moscow. Come on, gang. All the spies was coming over from Moscow. She was a part of the spies that was coming over. Let's check out these spies that got caught up The quiet defection of a Russian spy in sharp contrast of the Soviet scandal of 1978. Now, when all these spies was coming over to America in 1978, and all these motherfucking spies was getting caught up by the American government, you admit that you came over in 1978 with your son Vlad and you slid through the system. How the hell did you work for the Navy when you slid in 1978 with all the other spies? 3 Soviet citizens caught in the act of picking up classified documents related to the Navy. The same place you went when you snuck in this country, now we catching Soviet spies in the Navy. That's why they chose a woman. That's why they chose Alla, because everybody else was getting caught up in 1978. Come on, guys.
Hey, go back. Just go back 1 second. Hey, go back 1 second.
Go ahead.
Rudolph P. Cherovina and Vladik and
Vladimir was her homeboy.
Authorities of the United States Nation secretaries were held on espionage charges. A companion, Vladimir B. Jenkins, named as a co-conspirator, was released from belief detention after being identified by a member of the Soviet mission, the United Nations, as an attaché with diplomat immunity. All were seized in Woodbridge, New Jersey. See, what they got to understand, and the people got to understand, that her being a double spy, allegedly, that she was helping the United States find out who was spies and who wasn't.
There you go. There you go. Come on, Gene.
So now, what people don't understand, she wrote 5 books.
Yeah.
5 books. And in those books, there are certain codes that the other spies and the people would know about the stuff that she's writing about, that they decipher in the books.
Facts.
Here in the United States of America. So
and
now,
Gene, her son is interviewing people that can't get on the black platforms. You got Lil Boosie that won't go on a black platform, but he'll go on a Russian agent's son platform. The platform was built to continue the work that she was doing as a double agent in the fucking Navy, along with all her other spy buddies. Let me read this real quick. Tupac cover up on Tubi. We out Vlad for the dishonesty. He's a Russian agent. Look, it ain't Vlad's fault that he's a Russian agent. He was a little boy when they brought him over here. It's his mama's fault. Either way it go, they all Russian agents. Go ahead, Jay.
He was born into it. They gave him a job. Just listen to me. If you, what's the guy who runs YouTube? The Jewish guy?
I forgot his name. I know what you're talking about, though.
Oh, my God. What's his name? The chat knows it. He's the one who was talking all kind of crazy talk about Dame Dash.
What about him?
Hold on. Somebody on the chat gonna give me his name.
Leor
Shout
Cohen.
Out
to Peter Shell. Appreciate you becoming a member. Shout out to Peter Shell. Go ahead, Jane.
Leor Cohen. Leor Cohen is backed by the JM. The JM is what we know as the I want somebody in the chat to put this up so everybody can see it.
Facts. Facts.
They are here to make money off our culture and people don't understand this. And yo, John, remember you had this conversation about keeping the prison system, which is led by the big business to keep people in jail. That's why they are RICOing all these gangs. That's why they RICOing all these record labels. You understand? That's why they allowed them to get into the music system. They allowed, because at first, in the early age, if you was a part of the gang, you couldn't be in MTV and music. They wasn't letting you have no flags and all this other stuff like that. But then they seen that a lot of kids was following them. So now we gotta put up this gangster music, this gangster rap, this trap music, this trap rap. So it's making them do these crimes, you know, keeping them fighting each other, killing, robbing, stealing, drugging, and the whole 9 yards. So they got these JMs and they got these RM Russian mafias. I can get away with saying that one.
Nah, cause look, hold on, Gene, real quick. They definitely the fucking Russian mafia. If y'all think that this woman on the screen who infiltrated the United States Navy is not the Russian mafia, you crazy. And just like Gene say, they found out she was an agent and they flipped her. She became a double agent. The government said, look, we'll send back these other people, but we're gonna keep you because guess what? We already know who you are. We want you to work for us. And little bitty Vlad, little ugly ass Vlad, grew up a little bitty baby. He grew up in this shit, and now you infiltrating the black community. All right, your mama infiltrated the Navy, in which I served. I served the United States Navy. I'm a veteran. I was born in America. You see what I'm saying? She infiltrated the Navy, and you infiltrated the black community. That's one thing that pissed me off about Vlad. One more thing, Gene, before I'm gonna let you get this book. Look at this one real quick, Gene. 2 Russians arrested by the FBI for spying. All right? These are the motherfuckers that came over with you, Vlad. You was a little bitty boy, but all these spies that got caught up in 1978, they came over with you and your mama. All right? And your mama didn't name you Leonard after your daddy. Your mama named you Vladimir, which is another word. It's not Vladimir, but after Vladimir Zinzaskin. You married after a spy, nigga. Nigga, your mama named you after a spy. Look at this. This is how the FBI captured 3 KGB agents in 1978. They were swooping y'all ass up. All y'all Russian agents that was running over here in 1978 got scooped up. The only one that slid through the cracks in 1978 was Vlad and his mama and his daddy. And she even told you in her own writings. Many others was not able to go because it was the time of war and you could not leave Russia at the time of war. Go ahead, Gene. Vlad, you a Fed. You a Fed. You a Russian agent. Your mama Russian agent. All right? And your platform was designed to trap people just like Miss Alla was doing. Go ahead, Gene. This is some bullshit. That nigga a fucking Fed. Go ahead.
But he has captured our culture. Anytime he disrespects a black woman, anytime he disrespects Minister Farrakhan, anytime he disrespects Marlon Wayans, one of that he's an icon of our country, of our culture. He's an ambassador. You're not allowed to say, I'm sorry. You got to get canceled. You're not allowed to talk about I want forgiveness. He never even asked for forgiveness or what you call Minister Farrakhan. So my whole thing about it is, you gonna come after me and think I'm gonna lay down? Man, come on. I'm good. Yo, when I tell people I'm 10 times the normal man, I'm 10 times the normal man. I'm not letting you have it, bro. You find somebody else to play with. Now you can use your platform. You can have all these Reggie Wrights. You can have these Kadings. You can have all these old clown ass motherfuckers coming to your platform saying that old retarded shit. But when you go to other people's shit that knows me, and the only reason I said something because I thought Mace was in the building. You understand? Somebody checked me and said, yo, Gene, Mace wasn't there. That's Cameron on platform. I said, all right, cool. Because Cameron laughed and snickered at his ass like, oh, you done fucked up now. You done fucked up now, Vlad. The real JM gonna be after the GM gonna be after your ass. You done fucked up now, Vlad.
You know what's crazy? Vlad is telling people he's a Ukrainian. What people don't know is the part of Ukraine that Vlad was born in was called Russia when he was born.
Right.
Now they call it Ukraine. So,
right.
Nigga, you was born in Russia, nigga. Your mama is a Russian spy. She was clued with Vladimir Zinzaskin, the same Russian that you was probably named after they scooped his ass up for being a spy. Look, gang, let me explain something to you. I'm going to tell y'all some real shit, all right? It is no coincidence that in 1978 was the most that Russians caught spying in America. And some of them, they got caught in the Navy. No coincidence. Same year, Vlad showed up in America. 1978, nigga. You came on that Russian, it was called a Russian underground mule. They put you on that Russian. Nigga, you didn't come over here on American Airlines, nigga. Don't fuck with me, Vlad. Don't fuck with me, Vlad, nigga. Nah. Nigga, you didn't come to America on American Airlines, nigga. You came to America on an underground tunnel where they probably put you in countries and different ships and shit. You didn't come over here on no damn American Airlines or no Spirit. Nah. We know how you got here, Vlad. We looking at the screen. Your mama is the Russian mafia. All right? That's why y'all was doing pharmacy. Vlad used to work at CVS, all right? Vlad was one of the most prestigious niggas that'll get your goddamn medicine. You want some aspirins? Go holler at Vlad, all right? Why the fuck was you working? Nigga, how you go from working at CVS to interviewing black rappers? Because that's where you wanted to utilize your fedness. You knew your mama was a fed, and you knew that the CVS wasn't working, so you wanted to be able to use your fedness. And you said, Mama, I'm ready. I want to become a DJ. They're going to call me DJ Vlad. I'm going to infiltrate the black community. Just put me on. And guess what? She put your ass on, nigga. She put your ass on, nigga. And I'm not hating that you got put on. I'm just saying, my nigga, you ain't Ukrainian, you ain't an American. You are a Russian spy. Somebody said you came over here on a submarine. Shout out to the game, man. Somebody said you came over here on a submarine.
Feliciano.
Shit.
Yes.
So you a spy, my nigga. So it's like this. I ain't worried about nobody money, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of snitches and feds that got money. How you think they gotta pay their bills? Feds gotta pay their bills too. Ain't nobody worried about that. My thing is this. This is why I'm pissed off. I ain't even pissed off because you came after Gene. You infiltrated the black community, bro. You are a Russian interviewing black people every day, suing black people.
Look how many.
It's nothing to say
Yo,
about this nigga.
Bro, check it out. Look how many individuals. He trying to clean it up now, but people, look how many individuals that came and told their story on Vlad TV, and their
Yeah.
story has been used against them. Now, you got to watch what you say, okay, fine and good and stuff like that. But their story has been used against them, and his line of questioning has caused them to say some things that has gotten them locked up. His line of questioning. Because what happens is this. The reason I know the dude from that was with Cameron asked Vlad, yo, who is the one who gave you more the bullshitted story out of the thing? It's because Vlad asked him to ask him that. Because they go through that whole shit about, yo, what you can ask them, what you can't ask them, and do you got anything that you want me to ask you? And that's how that came about.
Yeah.
That's how that came about. But it's all good.
They saying Vlad was working for Big Pharma while he was at CVS was a front. They saying, nigga, when you was working at CVS, that's a front. Shout out to Kia RN. She said you was working for Big Pharma, nigga, and you said fuck Big Pharma. I'm finna work for Big Rap, Big Clive. Now I'm finna infiltrate this music industry. You see what I'm saying?
And help keep the prison system going on by shoving these blacks into the jail system.
Because they definitely go to jail when they leave his show. They definitely go to jail when they leave his show. Nah, he said, I'm glad up there with Clive and them. Yeah, he might be. You see what I'm saying? Nah, we ain't gonna do a wig on, wig off of Vlad. Look, one thing about it, gang, infiltration is just weird. When people infiltrate, like, I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie Donnie Brasco. I could never do some shit like that. Like, that's dangerous, my nigga. When you infiltrate, my nigga, a community, one Russian dude infiltrated a whole black community. We should be ashamed of ourselves for allowing him to infiltrate us like that. Like, I'm just saying, bro, think about it. You think I can take my black ass over to Russia and start a platform called Pay TV and interview all the Russian artists? Boy, they'll have me hanging from a rope before you know it. All right, so that dude was put in place. Vlad was put in place, y'all. Ain't no way in here that dude, his platform just built by itself. Vlad is Donnie Brasco. Sounds like No Jumper 2. We need. That's what I'm saying. No Jumper 2. You see how No Jumper? I'm broke. Nigga, you a fed, nigga. You are a fed. Nigga, fuck that I'm broke shit. You are a fed, nigga. Now that the curtains are turned and you got sued and now they subpoenaing different paperwork that's going to prove you a fed, now you want to come forward and say you broke. Come on, Jazz. I'm listening to him too. All these feds. Shit. Y'all are feds. Go ahead, man. He's a fucking feds. Nah, I ain't got shit to do with Vlad. Look, Vlad, I ain't got nothing to do with Vlad. My thing is to look, to see what's going on with this shit. Vlad is a Russian. All right. He ain't no Ukrainian. All right. Unless he changed from Russian to Ukrainian when they gave it over. If that's what he's saying. When he was
That's
born,
what
he
he's
was
saying.
born
That
in
he's trying
Russia.
to say that.
Nah,
He's
he's
trying
a
to say,
fucking Russian.
now I'm Ukrainian because of, when Russian changed over, and it went to Ukrainian, Poland,
He a Russian.
Ukrainian, and what's the other thing?
Hey, Gene, look at the screen, Gene. Look
All
at
right,
the
hold on.
screen.
I gotta get back to the screen. Hold on. Yeah.
Now you see how his mama wrote. Look at his mama. You see how his mama, she wrote in her book that they was raised in Ukraine and immigrated to America. You see how his mama wrote that in her book?
Mm-hmm.
In the same paperwork, his mama wrote that she was in Russia and that they wasn't letting people leave, but they let her leave. This, what you see on the screen, is the same shit that she wrote when she wrote it was Ukraine. So right here she say Ukraine, right here she say Russia. Either way it go, It was Russia when you was there. Now it's Ukraine. All right. And
Mhm.
you scared to go. He's scared to go back there now. Talking about they may recruit him or he gotta fight for Ukraine. Go fight for your shit. You ain't fighting for America. If Ukraine is getting buried in the ground and you can go fight for Ukraine because you claim to be a Ukrainian, go fight. Your mama fought in the Navy. Your mama came and infiltrated the Navy, the U.S. Navy, knowing she wasn't supposed to be in the Navy. So go fight in Ukraine, nigga. But you scared to fight in Ukraine because that's not your fucking country. You from Russia, nigga. You are a Russian spy. All right, you a double agent, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Oh, Lithuanian. Lithuanian is the other one. It's Lithuanian, Ukraine, Poland, Russia. It was split into fours.
Facts. And somebody said, ask a question real quick, because we got to get to our next show here in a minute. But where's that question I just seen? I think that was who was that just asked that question? All right, so shout out to Use Wisdom. I'm gonna let you get the last question. Look, Use Wisdom said this. The bigger question is, why does America allow it? The reason America allowed because they be coming over here lying, talking about they trying to get asylum from their country. When they sneak up to the American border and go through those underground mule tunnels to get to the border, you see what I'm saying? They ain't flying American Airlines. They sneaking in. They say they running from their country and it's war in Russia, so we just trying to get asylum. That's why they allow it. And then they get over here and they
And,
fucking agents.
and you have to understand this. Look, they can tell who's black. They can't tell who is a white American. You understand? They could be from
Facts.
Russia. They could be from Germany. They could be from different
Facts.
Scotland. They could be from they need people like his mother to point out, yo, this person is Russian. This person used to work as this type of do this type of work, do this type of thing over there. They was known for this, they was known for that. So they have to use them. So just in case they go into the military or they get jobs like her mother, whatever his mother like that, then they're able to steal certain information and send back to
Mhm.
Russia. You understand?
You know what's
But
crazy,
see,
Gene?
what they did was they put money into his he stopped being a DJ, he stopped being a pharmacist and got on YouTube.
Yes.
Build his
The
platform because they were pushing
hold
money.
on. The same way Fresh and Fit did. Remember, I dropped all that shit on Fresh and Fit, showing that Fresh and Fit is still a Fed to this day. He's still working with Homeland Security to this day. He's still sitting on the stand throwing people in jail to this day. I'm the one uncovered that with Fresh and Fit. He moved his operation to the internet. Same thing with Vlad. All these feds are moving their operation to the internet. And just like Gene say, you think a white man is interviewing you. That's not a white man. He's a fucking Russian. Nothing against Russians. I'm just saying, you think a white man interviewing you that was born in America? Nah, a Russian born in Russia is interviewing you that came to America with his spy mama. Nigga, your mama a spy. My best friend is Ukrainian. He identifies as a Russian. Said this is racism. Shout out to TC. Appreciate that. TC is definitely in the house. All right, gang. Look, now I do have another show. We about to do a show on Angie Stone at 7:30 on the Playboy Party. I'm gonna drop the link in there. But this is what I want y'all to flood the crowd with. I want y'all to show Big J. We're gonna look at that. Me and Big J gonna look at it. I'm gonna put on the screen. Big J, I want you to look at the crowd. I want y'all to flood the crowd with, let me see, Vlad. I mean, his mom is what? Because Vlad is a spy. Shit. It just, I can't even say it. All right. But just flood the crowd with Vlad as a spy. Vlad, you a spy. All right, you a spy. I don't have to teach everybody what spy mean. Everybody know what a spy is. You a spy. All right, so Vlad, you a spy. Let me see. That go one. Okay, I appreciate that. Shout out to Sassy. All right,
David
somebody
Sprouse,
said
thanks for the
massage
cash
spa.
out, bro.
Let me see, Vladimir. Oh, let me put the cash apps up too. If you want to donate to the Gene Deal Show, all you got to do is look at the screen game. That's how you donate to the Gene Deal Show. $ Big Gene 52. Put your phone up to the screen to donate. Also, if you want to donate to the Paperwork Party, that's $ Paperwork Party TV. You can put your phone up to the screen for the QR code. All right, so yeah, so they flooding the
Thank you
crowd
for
with
that,
Vlad Spy.
Christy. Thank you, Vlad Agent 69.
Double agent in the house. But yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Vlad, his paperwork is so hidden and smushed down. His real name is not even Vladimir. All right. I know his real name. His real name ain't even Vladimir. Matter of fact, I got his cell number. I called him today. He didn't call me back. I called you today, Vlad. He didn't even call me back. But his real name is not Vlad. So it's hard to find the paperwork. In order to uncover Vlad being a Russian spy, you have to start with Alla. You got to start with his mama. All right? You got to start with all those spies getting caught up in 1978 when Vlad and his mom and daddy came over here. His daddy name is Leonard. All right. If you can go back to 1978 when Vlad came and everybody was getting caught up in spy, then his mama slid in the Navy, then you can put together how Vlad is connected with a Russian. And it ain't no connected, nigga. Your mama is a Russian spy. Your mama is a Russian spy, nigga. Ain't no
All
connected,
right.
nigga. That's family, nigga. That's nigga. A Russian, hey gang, a Russian spy raised Vlad.
To be a
Vlad
spy.
to
To
be
be
a
a spy.
spy. Let me put up.
Yo,
Vlad, you was raised by a Russian spy. Let me put her up.
hold up, bro. What they say? The apple don't fall far from the tree.
It don't. It don't. If your mama was a Russian spy, nigga, she like, get your ass away from that CVS, nigga. Let's go set up some black people. What you doing still at CVS? Let's go do this. All right? So
All right.
Vlad, you was raised by a Russian spy. So now it's not your fault. That's what I'm saying, bro. If I was raised by a drug dealer, yeah, you're gonna catch me with a few pounds every now and then. Because I was raised by a drug dealer. If I was raised by a pastor, yeah, you're gonna see me preaching in church because I was raised by a pastor. You were raised by a spy. Look, we not blaming you, Vlad. I'm blaming you for infiltrating the black community. I'm just saying you a fucking spy. All right? And
He
your
used
mom on the
his
screen.
technique. He used what he was taught to infiltrate.
Nah, for real.
He used what he was
And,
taught
and,
to infiltrate.
and you know what's crazy? Why did he pick black people? He ain't interviewing no Russians. Vlad, if you from Ukraine, name one Ukrainian that you interviewed since they invaded Ukraine. You ain't interviewing no Ukrainians. You ain't interviewing no Russians. All you doing is fucking with black people. You a fucking spy. That's all you doing, bro. You ain't interviewed nobody from Ukraine. They done lost the whole country. They getting killed. You ain't interviewed nobody from Russia. You ain't doing nothing to help the country that all the spies came from in 1978. All right? You
All
you you
right.
you 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 something else, bro.
That's all
Yeah,
right, man.
that part.
Listen up. We ain't gonna talk about him no more. We gonna drop him, let him go on about his business. Tell him to find somebody else to play with. Yo, ain't nothing real about you. Everything you got is felonious, bro. Everything that you got is felonious. Nothing real what you do. All right, you bring people on the platform. You got a big platform. Use it for some positive shit. You understand? Stop trying to get into, like the lady told you, family business, black people business. And I
Facts.
told you once, and I'll tell you again, because you fucking a sister don't make you a brother.
Whoa, hold on, because I researched, but I remember you. Whoa, Jane. Not only did he infiltrate the black community, you had to get a sister. You had to grab one of our sisters, bro.
And bruh, and the reason why he said, if you listen to the reason why he said like he liked black women, if that chick had any sense, she'd have walked out the door.
Man, tell me right now. I know I got a show to do, but why do he like black women? I need to know this because
I'm gonna let the women tell you. I'm gonna let the women
man,
tell you.
golly.
I'm gonna let the women tell you in the chat.
Somebody say he got in too deep. He was setting up so many black people. He just had to go get him a black female. Like he was just in too deep. Come on, Gwen. Come on, Gwen. Okay, Jay, I remember you told me you were a black woman that just passed me, but when you said it again now, I'm like, whoa, like he's really with a black woman. Why you ain't go get a Ukrainian? Why you didn't go get a Ukrainian? Why you didn't go get a Russian? Why did you go get a black woman? You were so dedicated to infiltrating the black community and bringing us to our knees and setting
No
us up
diddy.
and giving information to the feds, no diddy, that you got a black woman to put a cherry on top of the cake. Wow. Somebody say he needed that street cred. He's an atheist? Shout out to Florida. Yeah, atheist too, man. But they say, I know he's a Jew, a Russian Jew.
Right.
Russian Jew. They always throw that Jew on there for protection, but let's give it to him. Let's just give it to him. You're a Russian Jew. But you Russian, nigga. You ain't Ukrainian. Just because, nigga, if I was born in Texas and then Mexico came in 2030 and stole Texas back, I wasn't born in Mexico, my nigga. I was born in Texas. Just because Mexico stole it back don't mean I was born in Mexico. All right, nigga, you was born in Russia, nigga. You a Russian.
Yo,
Jesus
let's get
Christ.
out of here, man. Because I know you got that other show to do, brother.
We about to get out of here, man. Shout out to the gang. Look, be sure to make it to the other show. I'm putting the link in the comments right now. We'll be live on the other show in the next 10 minutes. I remember, gang, tonight we're going to show y'all how that whole lawsuit against Lethal is fake. All right, we're going to break it down tonight. I remember, gang, to get to the Paper Party show, we got, and Gene, how are you enjoying how we breaking down the real quick? How are you enjoying how we breaking down the Angie Stone? Because we
The thing
literally
about
breaking it down.
it's actually the most informative information that we getting on Angie Stone and what's happening legally with her whole case. So
Facts.
you just got to keep on doing what you're doing, bro. No matter what somebody say or what they threaten you, and people don't understand the threats that you're getting, but you keep on pushing and stuff like that. The money that you got to spend on your attorneys and stuff like that. People don't understand the stuff that we do sometimes, and like I be trying to tell you, like I be saying, your brother, is it worth it? And you say, yeah, it is. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Can I tell him the
Facts.
story? Can I tell him? Can I tell him the story? I was like, yo, bro. When I was trying to calm you down, I was like, yo, listen here, bro. It ain't worth it, man. You say, yo, yes, it is, G. Yo, G. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta get the lawyer, they not gonna shut me up. You understand? I'm not gonna let no motherfucking what you call that? With the guy cease and desist and all this other bullshit stop me from saying what I want to say. I say, man,
Facts.
you know how these people are there trying to check yourself. And you say, nigga, I'll die for this. And I said,
Nah, for real.
I said, die?
Yeah, die. Bye-bye. Die. Yeah.
I was like, we gotta die?
We don't have to die, but you gotta understand, Angie died, bro. Like people gotta understand, we don't have to die for this shit. We just gotta put the information out. But
Right.
Angie died, bro. Angie died. Angie came forward and died, and the reason she came forward, Gene, because she wanted people like me to keep talking about it and keep it going. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason she came forward. Other than that, she knew that when she got on the internet that people was gonna hear her cry, and we heard her cry, and they definitely killed her a month later.
Yeah.
All right, gang, but we finna get to that. Look, we finna go live on the Paperwork Party TV page. I just put it in the chat. Be sure to make your way over there. We about to talk about the Angie Stone case. Gene, I'm gonna let you get the last word before we get up out of here, man.
Well, listen here, man. For the people that's been following me and the people that follow Paperwork, you understand. Thank you for your support, man. We really appreciate you. Y'all go and y'all listen to me. I don't know how many people we got in the chat tonight, bro.
About 1,200.
I need half of y'all to go over there and sign over to. I was on the Paperwork Party. I was on the Pop-Off show today. I need half of y'all to go over there, and I'm gonna pick 10 people that I'm gonna call out that whole out the 600 that goes over there today, and just subscribe. It ain't hard to subscribe. You ain't giving shit up. Subscribe to the Paperwork Party. I mean, to the Pop-Off show with Miss Pleasant. I'm on there.
Shout out to Miss Pleasant.
I'm on that. I'm gonna be doing the Car Chronicle, and I'm on there every other day, and I do the Car Chronicles now while I'm here in New York. Please go over there, man. When I get 600 people, I'm expecting 600 people out this crowd to go over there and just hit the subscribe button for me, man. And then I'm going to pick 10 people out of there and send them a damn book. You gotta get easy. You gotta give them something, man. Get out of here. All right. And I'm gonna call their name.
Shout out to Miss Pleasant with the Pop-Off show. Be sure to go subscribe to the Pop-Off show. She does a Trump Thursday. And
Wendy Williams Wednesday. She does Wendy Williams Wednesday. She was on TMZ. They interviewed her. Now she's a part of that camp that said Free Wendy. You understand? So, she's trying to do her thing, y'all. All right.
Wendy got out, right?
No.
She didn't get out?
No, she got that conservative shit, man. And these motherfuckers trying to tell her and her family, they got somebody that don't even know her, got her in one of those mental places, hotels or something like that, or apartment things that she can't go and come when she please. She can't do nothing. She can't spend her money the way she want to. And these people don't even know her. And she got family.
They on Wendy Williams' ass, man. We about to look into that, bro. Look, one thing about it, we look into murders and mysteries and shit, but they on Wendy ass, y'all. They really got her locked down. It's like they buried her alive. It's like
that's
they
what
buried her alive.
We gotta get Miss.
That's
we gotta get Miss
crazy,
Pleasant on the
man.
show, and we gotta go to Miss Pleasant's show. We gotta get on her on the show so she can really give you the information on what's really happening. And now the ASAP Rocky lawyer is going to be her lawyer, and he's going to try to get some shit done. All right, Joe Cool.
Let's get it in. All right,
yes,
man,
sir.
we about to get up out of here, man. Appreciate everybody coming in. Be sure to make your way over to the Paperwork Party TV show right now. I'm going live in 5 minutes on the Paperwork Party TV show, gang. I see you, Big Gene. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm about to start the show.
Start the show then, Gene. People been waiting on you all day.
I'm just gonna wait till everybody come in.
Why you gotta wait, man? Just start the show. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, come one, come all. Yeah. They in here. Yo, Gene. I see y'all coming in. We got Dr. DaCosta. You got Pretty Gangster. The Deacon's daughter. Oh, they in here now. Lucky Lefty, Bigum. All your moderators. Christy O. Todd. Oh, they flooding in. The Train Master. I see him now.
Yeah, come and be a member, y'all. On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
Yeah.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
I'm a member.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
I'm a member.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show. producer. Yo, we gotta go see that.
Yeah, this Jay Prince staff, huh? What's going on? What's up with it, Jay Prince? Alright, this paperwork party, man. I seen you was on my Instagram today. Paperwork party, hold on, you. Paperwork party, hold on, you.
The Gene Deal Show, paperwork a producer. We sliding in like Medusa, it's getting looser and looser. Got some exclusive for losers. They on my Instagram daily. They mad cause paperwork and Gene undercut, they gon' hate me. So get your membership, subscribe and hit the like button. Best content on YouTube, we ain't doing this shit for nothing. Come on. The Cash App, PayPal, or hit the super chats, relax and tune in. We bout to get it.
Yeah, come and be a member, y'all. On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
Yeah.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
I'm a member.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
I'm a member.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
Yeah.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show.
Come and be a member, y'all.
I'm a member.
On the Gene Deal Show.
On the Gene Deal Show. Paperwork a producer. Paperwork a producer. Paperwork a producer. We sliding in like Medusa. Paperwork a producer. Paperwork a producer. Paperwork a producer. That's on that Gene Deal Show. Paperwork a producer. My boy Gene Deal, man. Paperwork a producer. We sliding in like Medusa. Paperwork the producer. Paperwork the producer. Paperwork the producer. That's on that Gene Deal Show. Lego. Yeah.